People of Iran, hello, I wish you well. Welcome to this beautiful early spring day in a New York City park. Thank you. If you haven't heard a thank you recently from an American, again, thank you very much. Thank you for your struggles against Al Qaeda long before us. Thank you for encouraging dialogue among civilizations and dialogue in the Middle East long before 9/11. Thank you for joining and helping us greatly rid the supporters of that attack and the Taliban in Afghanistan. Thank you, so many of you, for your great losses and sacrifices enduring a long war against the horror of Saddam Hussein. I'd like to thank the majority of you for embracing moderation, and not the hardliners, yours or ours, and despite the propaganda and distortions, for sharing most of the same values that the majority here in the West have. Many of your aspirations were a recent shining light in the Middle East. Most increasingly embrace the great arts, personal worth and expression, belief in education, education for all, a higher culture of professionalism and fairness. Most of you understand that the pinnacle of God's law is caring for one another. Thank you. I also want to thank all the good Iranian people who have come here to America, who give their all, who work hard to make this their home and a true society for all people. It's not an easy endeavor. Thank you. I apologize greatly for the axis of evil, the childish, irresponsible name-calling of the Bush-Cheney-Rice administration. I apologize for their many lies to the world, for their waging a disastrous, misleading war for the sake of a few ideologues, sheer corporate profit for oil. It's criminal, and to say the least, a disappointing, discouraging example. I know the war has rid you of a horrible despot and enemy, Saddam, but the war has also bolstered your ideologues and has caused some setbacks in your own natural democratic growth and made life harder for you, the people. I'm sorry. Most here no longer trust or believe in this administration. In this time of heightened rhetoric between our governments, know that most of us wish no war with the Iranians, no violent intervention, no bombings, no covert operations, not one Iranian citizen harmed. Humbly, may I make a small suggestion that could help not only you, but help the entire world. It will take great courage and leadership, that which our leaders here have lacked. You hold a very great opportunity. If I could ask you this one thing, please help us and help the world to higher ground. Forgive my own arrogance. You probably thought of this, but perhaps dismissed it as too unrealistic, too idealistic. I propose to you it is neither. It is the opposite. It's the kind of genuine, real leadership the people of the world are waiting for. I wrote President Ahmadinejad when he came here to New York City several months back. Here's what I asked him and your leaders to say loudly and clearly, and ask again. Quote, yes, we are developing our nuclear material and technologies. We have every right to do this. You cannot tell us not to. But we will do something you're not doing. We will be completely transparent, allow access and monitoring of our programs. We will stop all processes leading to making nuclear arms materials, but under this condition, and only this condition, that you, the United States, and China, and Russia, India, Pakistan, Israel, North Korea, Europe, and all others doing the same, that you start a more sincere process of coming together to end your building of nuclear weapons materials. That you again, for the whole world's sake, begin down the path of being fully transparent and verifiable yourselves. That we return to this trust building. When you not only return to this table, but verifiably begin to take nuclear proliferation as seriously as it needs to be, to start decreasing the stockpiles, to disarm these weapons, to cease the construction of greater bombs, we will be with you, and happy then to completely stop any such construction yourselves. We'll be happy to join this team." End quote. Iran, saying this, you will put the ball in others' courts, and you can say you gave it your all. You hadn't had this opportunity now. David against the Goliaths. You could help all the people around the world who await this kind of courage and wisdom, this basic common sense. Will you do that? And while we're here, Iran, like many of your people, we wish to de-escalate the walls, the wasteful control of fear and insecurity, ignorance and hatred. We wish to build bridges to each other, to build trust and life. Let's meet, let's talk, let's exchange, let's encourage each other and instruct our leaders. Inshallah, salam, mercy.